about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL, 92.5 FM. And in this...
We are witnessing history. Seconds ago, Justin Thomas, about a 12-foot hooking putt, breaking putt with the Friday afternoon pin placement. Unbelievable. A 26 so far now on the back. The only thing remaining, arguably the most difficult hole on the course. Of course, that is the par 4 18. An opportunity with a birdie to set a record-setting 61. Remember, just a few years ago, Tom Hoge shot a 62 during the second round of the 2023 Players' Championship. What's ironic about that? Tom Hoge on Thursday shot a 78. What did Justin Thomas do yesterday? A 78. Today, birdies on 1, 2, 5, 7, and 9. Goes out with a 31. Clean card, 4 pars as well. Then birdied 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, and seconds ago, 17. So that's what? Let's count them up. 5. That's 10 birdies and 6 pars. Actually, 7 pars with 1 hole remaining today for Justin Thomas. And again, we will keep you updated. Actually, make that 11 birdies for Justin Thomas with 1 hole to go. And obviously, it is treacherous. You have the wind, which is blowing out of the south today, only about 8 to 15 miles per hour. Of course, tomorrow they're calling for it to be just absolutely brutal. They're saying 30 miles per hour could actually be the wind. And as you know, that can absolutely create havoc at the Players' Championship. But what an amazing round today for JT. And I watched him around the range a little bit earlier today, the late wave after getting out early yesterday, and just a massive response. So I'm going to go through the very latest here at the Players' Championship in just 1 second, but I want to keep an eye on JT here off of the 18th tee to see if he comfortably is able to hit a fairway. It's been a very interesting day today where, on Thursday, the scoring was actually better in the afternoon than it was during the morning wave by 2 strokes. The morning wave was 73.3. The afternoon, it was 71.3. That's pretty rare. 14 of the last 17 winners of the Players' Championship have gone off early on Thursday and late on Friday. But the scoring was more supreme Thursday afternoon. And again, there's been a lot of wind and some interesting stuff that has happened here with the golf course this afternoon. But some scoring is going on, and that includes Justin Thomas. Okay, he's pulled his drive a little bit right in front of the pine straw. It is in the rough, and we'll have to see where the trees actually are once they give us the location of the ball coming up here momentarily. But it is not a fairway hit. It's going to be very difficult for JT Thomas. In my opinion, to get on the green in 2 does not mean that he cannot, but absolutely, we are going to keep you updated. Thrilled to have you with us. Final round before the weekend. The cut, for what it's worth, right now sits at -1. That is the projected cut. Currently, there are 72 golfers who are at -1 or better, and that includes Xander Schauffele, who has a consecutive streak going of 58 straight cuts made. That is in jeopardy. And if it stays at -1, the good news for Xander after posting a 71 earlier today, he will be around to collect a paycheck this weekend. All right, so much to do over the next couple of hours. Certainly the very latest on the Players' Championship. It is the flagship for the PGA Tour. and this is the 51st Players Championship, and more changes to this golf course, a little bit of havoc on 14. Certainly the par 3 8th hole has created some complaints, and I, for one, love it when the best players in the world do, in fact, get annoyed on a golf course. That has certainly been the case at number 6. As I just said with Frank and Hayes, I had an opportunity to go by there today, and I was just blown away by it. The control now to be able to keep that ball as far as its flight off the tee significantly lower, and it's an adjustment that has to be made. And for the most part, I think leaving, the tee, it hasn't been an issue, but scoring has gone up. So I guess they got what they officially wanted when they made that adjustment there by bringing in the tree. Min-Woo Lee, okay? Back 9 first, a 6 under 66 for Min-Woo Lee. He is your clubhouse co-leader with Akshay Bhatia at the age of 23. Bhatia, for what it's worth, missed the cut a year ago in his first ever Players Championship. So here's a young man in only his second time out. He'd only played two rounds of golf at the Players Championship. Didn't make it to the weekend in 2024. Another incredible early morning for the left-hander where he posted a 66. So he sits at 11 under par. Min-Woo Lee, Akshay Bhatia, both 11 under. All right, J.J. Spawn, one of 3 golfers a day ago who shot a 6 under 66. Another very impressive round today for Spawn, a 68. How about Colin Morikawa, right? Last week, visibly upset, let a tournament get away from him. I don't know if it was so much as he let it get away or, it was just taken away from him. We could probably go back and forth and argue that point with Russell Henley, who just was spectacular down the stretch. Where did he birdie 4 out of his last 5 holes? But Morikawa so far today, until we get the completion of the round of Justin Thomas, a 65 for Colin Morikawa earlier today. So he sits now at 9 under par, really in good shape. Only 2 shots off of both Bhatia and Woo Lee. Also, after the round, Colin Morikawa did speak with the media. He did not after losing on Sunday. And, there's a lot that needs to be said for that and blowing off the media. I can think of examples like Tom Brady apparently not shaking hands with Nick Foles after the Super Bowl and stuff like that. For the most part, regardless of where you are or what you do, you owe it to the game to speak to the media, right? The fans want to know what you were thinking. He blew him off yesterday, and he took it an extra lap today because he started calling out Brandel Chambly and Rocco Mediate and others, saying that he didn't regret what he did whatsoever. So he doubles down this afternoon after posting a 65. Be pretty interesting to see how that goes and the likes of Brandel Chambly, what they'll say upon completion of the second round. Give me just a little bit of spice on the PGA Tour, and that's frankly what we need, right? A little bit of something here. All right, let me give you JT, 207 yards away. Looks like he is going to be able to avoid that tree to his right. He is in the rough, and he's just going to lay up. As I said, I thought it would be very difficult for him to get there in 2, and JT has just made a major mistake. He has come out of the rough on 18 and put the ball clear across the fairway, and it rolls into the pond. So he is going to have to drop 3 and hit 4. And an opportunity just like that to set a course record of 61, he's going to have to get up and down and post the 5 in order to hold on to the course record that was set by Tom Hoagie a couple of years ago in 2023. The ball just kept carrying. A little bit too much juice for JT. I'm really surprised by it because he was way off to the right where the rough is. And when you're that talented, and I'm sure he had a yardage, he along with his caddy, as to where they wanted it, whether it was 100 yards out, whether it was 60, 70 yards out. I don't know. I imagine he'll be asked about this in a few minutes during his post-round press conference, unless he pulls off a Colin Morikawa and blows off the media. But just leave the ball in the middle of the fairway, right? You're one of the premier players in golf. You're having an absolutely sensational round, but he gave it a little bit too much club. In the end result, he did find the water. So, again, we'll keep you updated with that. But really the first mistake made today by Justin Thomas on what would have been nearly a flawless round. And frankly, it's been really fun to sit back and watch. I mean, you talk about pin hunting, and you talk about not missing fairways and greens and regulation, and then being able to make putt after putt after putt. Been a great day for JT, even though he just made a big-time mistake here on number 18. Hey, for what it's worth, you know those projections, that live in betting projections that you get now, that a team is 88.8% to win the game and this and that. It's kind of like one of the nuances of live in-game betting. Well, today, before his round, okay, Justin Thomas, it was 1% that he would make the cut for the weekend. Earlier today, it looked like the cut line was going to be -2. And again, JT was a +678. It was 1%. Now he's putting himself in a situation where, no, he's not going to be on the front page of the leaderboard, but he could end up being 5 strokes off the lead, and we'll see what he ends up doing here. It looks like he is certainly staring at a bogey, so it could end up being 6. Actually, he's at -5, so that's 6 away with a possible bogey coming here, or a probable bogey coming here for Justin Thomas, which would get him down to 4 under. But without any question, in really good shape now for the weekend. And if we go back to 2021, right, that was another day where Justin Thomas just went out and won the tournament. Do you remember that weekend? He was down 7 strokes. He just took it. Others didn't fall apart. JT just went low. Let me look back on what he did in 2021. He shot a 64 on Saturday, and then he shot a 68 on Sunday to win the Players' Championship in 2021. Since then, JT tied for 33rd in 2022, tied for 60th in 2023. Last year, missed the cut. And after a 78 yesterday, it absolutely looked like he was going to miss the cut. But again, unfortunately, he's found the water. He had an opportunity to set a course record at 61. When we come back from our first break, I will let you know what he ends up doing here and what score he does post on 18. All right, opening comments tonight and every night brought to you by the good folks at Shmunez Vision. And we do thank them, and hopefully they're having an outstanding weekend. You're out, you're watching golf, you're trying to have a good time, are you squinting? Are you struggling to see tee to green? If so, I've got the perfect remedy for you. It's Shmunez Vision. Set up an appointment today. Get the very latest as far as your eyes. Just get them checked, and then you can take it from there. Maybe it's laser eye surgery, 20/20 for the rest of your life. Maybe it's cosmetic as far as your eyelids or something along those lines. Unfortunately, there could be a significant problem like cataract, okay? Cataract surgery is something that they are experts in. More than 30 years worth of it in the field with Dr. Shmunez. That's Dr. Neil Shmunez, Dr. Catherine Shmunez, and Dr. John Hunt. So set up an appointment today. The best thing to do is go to Shmunez Vision online or go to Instagram, and you can get all of the testimonials at Shmunez Vision. All right, I'm watching JT now. He drops his third. He hits his fourth, and he just left it a 1.5 feet away from the cup. I mean, just spectacular. So he should be able to roll that in for a bogey. That'll be a 5 for him. That's 57 and 5. He is on pace with what should be a tap-in bogey putt to post a 62 today at the Players' Championship. A 62. Just incredible. What a round for Justin Thomas. All right, we got plenty to do. As always, we'd love to hear from you. The best way to join us is on our text line. That number is 641-1010, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. You can get us on YouTube. Go to 1010XL Into the Night, along with Dylan Denmark. My name is Rick Ballou. We'll give you everything that has gone on and take you through the completion of round 2 at the Players' Championship.
Now, another classic moment in Jags history.
Touchdown, Jacksonville, 90 yards.
1010XL.
When you're experiencing sudden, unexpected dental pain, the last thing you want to hear is that your dentist can't see you until next week. That's why I'm so glad I found Harbor Dental Care. Whenever I call, they always find a way to see me within 24 hours, and they can usually fix whatever's wrong the same day. Plus, they have locations throughout Jacksonville, so no matter what side of town I'm on, I can always count on the same great care. If you want to find a dentist who believes in treating people right, learn more at harbordental.care. That's HARBOUR dental.care.
Mr. Chubby's Wings is giving away free beer again this year for the Madness Tournament. You can enter the bracket challenge at 1010XL.com right now. Monday morning, you can make your picks. Then when the tourney starts Thursday, print your bracket out and bring it into any Mr. Chubby's Wings location during the games. Every game you pick right, you get a free Miller Lite, and bracket challenge winner gets 2 tickets to Welcome to Rockville on Saturday. See Mr. Chubby's Wings Facebook for full contest details.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Joe C. for Preferred Roofing, reminding you your roof is more than just felt and shingles. It's a system that not only keeps your home dry, but also impacts your heating and cooling bills. Preferred Roofing and Construction is a GAF Master Elite Roofing Contractor lauded for having the ability to educate and inform homeowners on their options. Why GAF and Preferred Roofing? They're veteran-owned and operated with ties to Duval for decades. A family business ready to make sure your family has a good roof over its head. Log on, preferredroofingjacks.com.
Get a healthy start in 2025. The Florida Department of Health in Duval County is here to encourage you to get healthy and stay healthy this year. They have a dedicated team who are committed to providing quality care. The goal is to protect, promote, and improve the health of you and your family. Visit duval.floridahealth.gov to learn more about their health programs and services. That's duval.floridahealth.gov.
Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists congratulating our Scholar Athlete of the Week, Amelia Tucker, senior varsity track and field and soccer player at Wilson High. Amelia is involved with student government and is a member of the National Honor Society. Congratulations, Amelia.
Ahead, we build platforms for digital business. We help create your platform for digital business by weaving together advances in cloud infrastructure, intelligent operations, and modern applications. Digital business is comprised of 5 pillars. We call them imperatives because they're a must-have, not a nice-to-have. We enterprise cloud, integrated security, scaled DevOps, intelligent operations, and relentless automation. Need help with digital transformation? Ahead. Learn, grow, achieve.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back at home this Friday and Saturday evening at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Join us Friday as the Icemen take on the Orlando Solar Bears for Wizards Night, presented by Florida Department of Health. Come out and wear your house colors. Then on Saturday, the Icemen close out their home set against the Savannah Ghost Pirates. Game time at 7. Tickets available on Ticketmaster or by calling 904-602-PUCK. Iceman Hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
The Players, one of the biggest events on the PGA Tour, is right here in our backyard. How much do you know about the tournament? Name the pair of golfers who won the Players and Augusta in the same season. Scotty Scheffler's win at TPC Sawgrass last year was followed by another green jacket. Joining Tiger Woods is the only two to win both in a calendar year. Sawgrass Asset Management, specializing in high-quality growth stock and fixed income portfolios for institutional and high-net-worth investors. A Jacksonville company proud to be involved in the community.
Hi, I'm Jeff Breyer, president of Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring.
And I'm Nikki Sema. My dad started in business when I was just 4 years old, and now we're 35 years and 20,000 satisfied customers in, and literally have a showroom in every neighborhood.
So whether you're looking to revitalize your home with new flooring or need more outdoor living space with a glass or screen enclosure, we've got you covered.
Visit our websites and don't forget to stop by our showrooms during our open house and cookout this Saturday from 10 to 3. Come see affordable luxury, experience a lifetime difference, and receive additional open house discounts.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
JT rolled in the 1.5 putt, so he ties Tom Hoagie a 62 today for Justin Thomas. I mean, nearly a errorless round until 18. His second shot in the rough. He's going to meet the media here in just a little bit. I imagine he'll say something along the lines of try to put himself in perfect position for an approach on his third shot. Just got a little bit too much of it, and it rolled into the water there on 18. But outside of that, spectacular day of golf. Again, he was on pace to shoot an 80 on Thursday and birdied his final 2 holes to post a plus 678. And he came out today absolutely incredible. 11 birdies. We'll spend a little bit more time on Justin Thomas here coming up in just a couple of minutes. Hey, I want to tell you about a great event at the end of the month. I really hope you'll join us because it's for a sensational cause. It's the Champions of Hope Charity Golf and Tennis Challenge. All right, for the most part, our listeners are golf fans, and this is about a big-time golf tournament coming up to support the Lone Warrior Foundation. It's March 31st at Marsh Landing. Okay, we'll support single-parent families in their fight against cancer, an opportunity to win sensational prizes. Wait till you see these prizes, big time. Okay, but more importantly, we will bring meaningful hope and support to the lives of families affected. Go to LoneWarriorFoundation.com. That's LoneWarriorFoundation.com. I really hope you'll join us for this event. I know after the round of golf, Marcus Stroud, Aaron Beasley, and some others are going to hang around for the putting contest and the celebration after. So if you never had an opportunity to meet those two former Jaguars, want an autograph or a picture, whatever, they'll be more than happy to do that with you. Again, all of the details for an incredible cause. Just go to LoneWarriorFoundation.com. That's LoneWarriorFoundation.com. A 62 for Justin Thomas still in Denmark. Nearly a 61.
That's pretty wild. I was out there at the course today for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing really well. I'm still shocked at how that tree doesn't affect them on 6.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it with my own eyes today. It's not the TV. It's just, guys like you and me, we go out and play golf on the weekend and, depending on, how far you are, like if I shoot a 90, I would be ecstatic. I mean, these guys hit the ball in the rough and it's just like effortless. Hit into the green, 150 yards out. It's like I've had that takeaway after every time I leave. And like most of the people, I'm a casual golf fan. I watch on Sundays. Most of the time I watch the majors. But every time I go on any day like this, and when I leave, I'm just like, these guys just make it look so simple. And the game is so incredibly hard.
Yeah, number 6 today is playing as the 6th most difficult hole. Yesterday it was number 3. 18 remains the most difficult, and I imagine that's going to grow now. The stats are not in after Justin Thomas posted his only bogey of the afternoon. But and I heard it described as a pros pro par 3, that of course being number 8, which is the only hole on the Players at the stadium course that does not have water, by the way, number 8. The other 17 holes do. You want to win a bar bet somewhere, go ahead and throw that one out there. 236 yards today. It's playing about 25% above par today, officially 0.226. So that is playing as the second most difficult hole. As always, the par fives are the four easiest, including 16, which is nearly 36% under par, or 0.36% under par, officially at minus 0.356. Feels like I'm kind of spitting out Bitcoin numbers here, right? I'm not. I'm talking about things that are far more important. That's over and or under par at the Players' Championship. All right, let's go through this right now. Let's give you the very latest and keep you updated as to what is happening. Second round at the Players' Championship. And, you know, it's so intriguing to me because it's been a day where we've seen sensational scoring in the afternoon. And still very surprised that on Thursday, the scoring was two strokes lower during the second wave than it was during the morning tee times. That is very rare for golf around here. It's very rare for golf in general. Okay, usually with the foot traffic and everything else that happens, greens burning up a little bit, wind picking up, whatever it may be, you don't see scores in that particular fashion on a Thursday or Friday. That has been the case today, however. So a difference overall through nearly 2 days at the Players. Let's give you our leaderboard. Brought to you by One Call Lawn Pest Control. All right, they work on my lawn, do an outstanding job. And as a matter of fact, they do almost everyone over in Bartram Springs. One Call Lawn Pest Control. They've been around for a number of years, very personable, and they do an outstanding job with your lawn. Go ahead and call or text 413-8377. That's 413-8377. Min Woo Lee, minus 11. Akshay Bhatia, at the age of 23 years of age, as well, a 66 today, 11 under par. J.J. Spawn shot a 68 today. He is at minus 10. Colin Morikawa, before Justin Thomas, had posted the best round of round two of the Players' Championship, a 65 earlier today for Morikawa. He is at 9 under. Alex Smalley with a great round at minus 9. Rory McIlroy, let's check his card real quick. McIlroy got in a little bit of trouble late. He did, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birdies today for Rory McIlroy. Did have a couple of bogeys, including on number 6 and number 9. So he did post a 4 under 68 for Rory McIlroy. He's in very good shape. 9 under par, only 2 behind your co-leaders heading into moving day. Others at minus 7. Tommy Fleetwood. How about Jake Knapp? Jake Knapp shot a 59 a few weeks ago at the Cognizant. Of course, we talked about nearly a 61 today by Justin Thomas. He did have the bogey on 18, ended up posting a 62. Will Zalatoris with a hole to play, 7 under par. All right, so he's actually your course leader. Everyone else, their cards are in, and they're posted as clubhouse leaders. Lucas Glover, a 66 yesterday. Okay, he's got it at 1 under so far today with a hole to play. Sepp Straka as well. Minus 5 today for Straka. So those 3 currently on the golf course all sit at 7 under par. Let's give you some of the, let's give you them all at 6 under. Harris English. All right, Jacob Bridgman. Billy Horschel, after a 67 yesterday for the former Gator. He shoots a 71 today, 1 under par. So he is at 6 under heading towards Saturday. All right, 5 unders include Charlie Hoffman, Taylor Moore, Bo Hostler, Matt McCarthy, Scotty Scheffler. Scheffler broke a string of 9 consecutive rounds at the Players' Championship where he had shot in the 60s. Today, he posted a 70, and he was visibly upset today. He was, just his body language was poor. He missed some putts that I'm sure he believes that he can absolutely make. I thought his overall game was really good. I mean, off the tee, fairways hit, putting himself in position to score. Thought he had a nice round today. He just could not get the putts to fall. I'm going to look up here momentarily and see how many putts he actually did have during his second round today. But you're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 birdies today for Scotty Scheffler, 3 bogeys for Scotty Scheffler. Still in good shape. At -5, he's only 6 off the lead, but he's going to have to go low tomorrow. No doubt about it on Saturday. And again, they're calling for winds tomorrow around 30 miles per hour. That is absolutely going to change the complete complexion of this golf course. I mean, you're going to have to start balls over the water depending on where you are. And I really do wonder about experience. When you look at a guy like Batia, he's only played this golf course once, and he didn't make the cut. I'm going to look up Min Woo Lee, but I don't, he has not played here much at all. Let me see if I can find that for you here real quick, because I know that golf fans are starving for that information on Min Woo Lee. But I just, when you bring wind into it, it's going to be that much more difficult. There's no question about that. And that's what these two young men are staring at beginning tomorrow. Where are you? Let's see. Got to be here. All right, so here's Min Woo Lee, okay? He finished tied for 6th in his first ever Players' Championship back in 2023. Got a nice paycheck, $736,000. Last year, tied for 54th. So he does have some experience. He's had 2 years of weekend rounds. Where you go to Akshay Bhatia, he missed the cut a year ago. I'm just saying, and I'm not going on a ledge here, but if you're expecting either one of these two to be the leader tomorrow at this time, I would highly disagree. All right, others at 5 under, Cantlay and Fowler, Sam Ryder. Let's see, Robert McIntyre is at -500. JT posts the 62. It was absolutely out of this world. Real quick for you, birdies on 1, 2, 5, 7, and 9. Goes out with a 31. Then birdies 4 holes in a row, Justin Thomas. 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, and 17. Makes the mistake with his second shot on 18. Comes out of the rough. It rolls into the water. Posts his only bogey of the day. But he ties a course record with a 62 set by Tom Hoge back in 2023. And what's ironic about that, JT shot a 78 yesterday. Back in 2023, Tom Hoge shot a 78 during his first round. Both 62s were posted during the second round. Pretty interesting, huh? 4 under par includes Tom Hoge. Okay, he's got a hole to play. So far, 3 under today. Bud Cauley with 4 holes to play. Has it at 4 under. So an opportunity there for Bud Cauley to pick up a stroke or two. Let me see if he played the front or back. Okay, he's coming in to 15. Then obviously an opportunity to score on 16, the par 5. Then you got to deal with 17 and 18. Former Players Champion Siwoo Kim among those at 3 under par. Chandler Phillips, after a very good round yesterday, a 68. Comes back down to earth here today, a +173, 3 under par. This is his first ever Players Championship. 2 under par includes former Players Champion Matt Kuchar. Russell Henley, who won at Arnold Palmer's event over at Bay Hill a week ago, a 70 today after a 72 on Thursday. All right, Shane Lowry with a hole. Actually, he's posted now a 71. He's at 1 under. Looks like the cut line is going to be at 1 under, which is good news for Xander Schauffele. It is good news for Daniel Berger. It is good news for Tom Kim, all at 1 under. Before we head to this break, let me give you some notable golfers who it appears they will not be around for the weekend. Michael Kim and Hideki Matsuyama shot even par. They're going to be going home. Justin Rose in his 20th start at the Players Championship. Even par, he is going to be going home. At least that appears that way right now. Adam Scott, who won a Players' Championship. Remember when Adam Scott rolled the ball in on his final hole? That was somewhat similar to what JT did. JT was further down the golf course. We all remember what happened with Scott. He had to bounce back, go up and down, and win it with a bogey when Adam Scott won the Players' Championship. He's not going to collect a paycheck, however, this weekend. He is at +2. Ludwig Oberg, +2. Posted a 75 today. So he's not going to be around for the weekend as well. All right, finally, a bounce-back afternoon for Victor Hovland. After an 80 yesterday, he shot a 68. He is at +4, but he is not going to be able to make it. Jacksonville Beach resident Lanto Griffin, a +6. Matt Fitzpatrick, who, again, really openly complained about the new tree and the branch that hangs over the 6th hole. He's going to be going home. He is at +6. Max Homa is at +7. Tony Finau, +8. And Wyndham Clark became the second golfer today who was forced to, withdraw from the Players' Championship. Not sure exactly what happened to Wyndham Clark after posting a 72 yesterday, but he did ask out earlier today. It was, who am I thinking of that withdrew yesterday? Jason Day was ill, so he did, was unable to play on Thursday. He did, at that particular point, announced that he could not go, and now Wyndham Clark, the same. He is out of the Players' Championship. All right. There you go. That is the Players' Leaderboard, brought to you by One Call Lawn Pest Control. They do sensational work in town. You want a good lawn, right? You want the best of the best. Pest control. Just taking care of your lawn. They've taken care of my lawn for quite some time. They do an incredible job. To call for an estimate or text for an estimate, 413-8377. That's 413-8377. That is One Call Lawn Pest Control. Much more to do with you tonight till 8 o'clock. Second round of the Players' Championship continues.
1010XL is your home for Jacksonville University basketball.
The Dolphins splash into the ASUN semifinal. JU North Alabama. Tomorrow night at 7 on 1010 AM.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com.
Picking here for About 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of About 9. Visit About 9 Associates today and experience the difference. About 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
Hey, it's Adam from Counting Crows, and we were going to hire a typical route radio guy to tell you about the summer's Complete Suites tour, but I wanted to just invite you myself. Guess I should. Old songs, new songs. We'll be joined by our friends, the Gaslight Anthem. It's a summer butter miracle. Come and hang with us. Okay, your turn now.
Saturday, July 19th, St. Augustine Amphitheater. Tickets on sale now at theamp.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
At Beaver Chevrolet, we believe your experience should be more than just buying a car. It should be a lifetime of confidence, care, and trust. That's why we're proud to offer lifetime warranties and lifetime customer service. At Beaver Chevrolet, we're not just here to sell you a car. We're here to establish a lifelong relationship that you can always count on. It's simple. You deserve the best and shouldn't settle for less. Visit Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville, where we're ready to give you a peace of mind for a lifetime.
Cool Cats Heating and Cooling, the coolest cats in town, setting the standard in our hometown. Quality service, the best around. Coolidge is the cat that cares about your heating and a
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On March 14, 1954, Milwaukee Braves future home run king Hank Aaron homers in his debut exhibition game against the Boston Red Sox.
For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys. Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. We've talked about some of the struggles that you may come across when it comes time to sell your home. We've told you how great Chad and Sandy are at chadandsandy.com. But, you know, they're also great when things are going good and the economy is showing positive signs. Now may be the time to sell your home at the price you want. It's easy to find out. Get friendly expert help from the Jacksonville agents who eat and sleep local real estate. Call my agents, Chad and Sandy Newman. So maybe you want guaranteed no-hassle home sale but don't want to give up hard-earned equity to do it. Chad and Sandy can do that. Maybe you're worried you won't sell your home for the price you need. Well, let's take care of that right now because here's the Chad and Sandy guarantee. Your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. Jonathan in Mount Pleasant said the only thing standing between me and my dream of traveling in my RV was the sale of my Mount Pleasant home. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio and called. Crazy results in just 3 days. Multiple offers, full asking price. You can get it too. Call today or go to chadandsandy.com.
Poker players, the Run Good Poker Series is coming to Best Bet Jacksonville from April 24th to May 4th with 10 poker events, including the $1,200 main event, hosting a $300,000 guaranteed prize pool, and event number 1, a $400 no-limit hold'em tourney with a $200,000 guarantee. The action is non-stop. One in, win your seat through satellite starting April 4th at Best Bet Jacksonville. For all the Run Good Series structures and details, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
Looking for adventure? Need a machine that works as hard as you do? CF Moto has you covered. At Ride Now Beach Boulevard, we've got CF Moto ATVs and UTVs built for any task, any trail, anytime. Tear up the dirt with the trail-tested C-Force ATV lineup or conquer through terrain with a Z-Force UTV. Find your CF Moto ride today at Ride Now Beach Boulevard or visit ridenowbeachboulevard.com. ATVs and UTVs are for riders 16 and older. They can be hazardous to operate. CF Moto recommends an improved safety training course.
The college basketball playoffs are here, and there's no better place to catch the action than at Hurricane Grill and Wings. With slam dunk specials like $3.75 Miller Lite drafts, plus fresh, never frozen wings in over 30 flavors, and big screens everywhere. This is your home for all the games. Cold beer, handcrafted cocktails, bold flavors, big plays. Don't just watch the games, experience them at Hurricane Grill and Wings. Find your spot at hurricanewings.com.
You'll always feel good when you send someone a Kuhn Flowers floral or plant arrangement. This is Max Fink with 1010XL, and no matter what the reason, Kuhn Flowers has always come through for me. Order online at kuhnflowers.com.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Well, what a day it's been at the Players' Championship. The sun beginning to set a little bit. Some shadows out on the golf course. Keep you updated on everything that is happening. But one quick football note. A lot of people were hoping that Cooper Kupp was going to come to the Jacksonville Jaguars. He has just signed with the Seattle Seahawks. 3 years, $45 million. A couple of reports are out. 3 years, $45 million. Cooper Kupp on his move to Seattle. Let's bring in our buddy Rick Shoemaker, give you the very latest with the almost completion of the second round of the Players' Championship. Of course, Rick is the owner and operator over at Cimarron Golf Club. It is the wild one, and it's right there on 210. You can't miss it. How you doing, Rick?
I'm fantastic. What an incredible day, right? This weather, golf season is here, and the Players is halfway done. And what an incredible leaderboard. Yeah, and I was very surprised by the final numbers yesterday, Rick. You've talked often about being able to get out early and before this foot traffic or no matter what it may be. But after the completion of the first round, the scoring was actually 2 strokes better with the second wave on Thursday than it was for those who had morning tee times. How surprised were you about that? Very surprised. Again, I think the docile weather, and we haven't seen the temperatures dry them out a little bit, those greens. So I think there was that advantage yesterday. And today, again, it's getting warmer. I think tomorrow's supposed to hit, mid-80s?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we'll see those greens dry out and get a little firmer and faster in that mid-afternoon.
Yeah, and they're calling for, today was like 8 to 15 miles an hour for the most part coming from the south. Tomorrow they're saying 30 mile per hour wind. So that is going to absolutely change everything about this golf course.
Oh, that's exciting, right? I think it's brings back into the excitement of 17.
Yep.
We talked about the other night, right? It's nothing better than to see these guys struggle a little bit. I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I hope that wind blows, and I hope we see a few splashes on 17.
When you look at Min-Woo Lee, he had a 6th-place finish 2 years ago, but this is only his 3rd ever Players Championship, and he's your co-leader. Then you bring in the left-hander who's only 23 years of age, and Akshay Bhatia, who's missed the cut a year ago and is only his only opportunity here at the Players. So, what does that mean about the co-leaders with such little experience with this golf course if, in fact, you do have winds tomorrow at 30 miles per hour?
It says to me, again, these guys, the younger guys had so much training and experience that they're going to be there. I think the pressure is what you can't train for, right? So let's see what really happens Saturday and Sunday with those two guys. And that's going to be interesting because that pressure, you can't teach it, you can't practice it. I don't expect them to stay up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just think it's that great.
Yeah.
Too much pressure coming down the stretch. These first 2 days are moving days, right? We talked about that. And, I've been looking at their stats here for the past hour, strokes gained total, where they're all sitting. And they're all at the top there, right? It's the putts per round, strokes gained putting. Everybody's at that top. And we mentioned that's what's separating Scheffler. Scheffler's 18th, and he's 87th in strokes gained putting. And, he strikes it so well. His putting's always going to prevent him from being in the top 5 and winning. So these guys are going to struggle under pressure. I don't want to see anything bad for guys, but it won't surprise me if they slide back tomorrow or Sunday.
Scotty Scheffler, in my opinion, had a better round than what the final score would indicate. As you pointed out, he just missed a lot of putts, and it looked like some were rolling well. They just didn't fall, and then he's playing with Rory McIlroy, and we don't say this often when it comes to putting, but I think that was the best club in his bag today.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's 8th right now in the tournament, strokes gained putting, and, if that's firing for him, hats off to him, and then his wedge game. So, my gosh, I'm looking at his driving distance. He's only 53rd, believe it or not. Isn't that shocking?
Mm-hmm.
Rory McIlroy is 53rd in driving distance.
Right.
And driving accuracy, he's 96th.
Yeah.
On that golf course. So goes back to his putting, what's keeping him tight, right?
Well, he only hit 4 fairways on Thursday.
Yeah.
Now, the last I saw today, he had been 9 of 11. I don't know what his final total was, but he had a better day driving the golf ball yesterday. He posted that score on Thursday, again, by hitting only 4 fairways. That's amazing that he was able to do it considering that particular statistic.
Yeah. Again, if he wins, it would be nice to see. I do say, again, getting a guy, we talked about that the first night, a gentleman back on the leaderboard that we all go.
Yeah.
He's won 7 or 8 majors. He's the guy to beat. We know Scotty had his year, so it'd be nice to have a couple guys up there that people are trying to push off the podium.
Second round of the Players' Championship continues. Someone all fired up, swinging his club into the rough here on 18. I believe that's Tom Hoge, actually, who, of course, did have the course record. He shot his 62 back in 2023. It looked like Justin Thomas, with a part on 18, was going to be able to set the new course record with a 61. Unfortunately, he got in some trouble off the tee, tried to get back out into the middle of the fairway, put a little bit too much juice into it, Rick, and it did fall into the pond, so he posted a bogey for a 5. But what do you make of Justin Thomas? After 78 yesterday, I think a lot of these guys might have gone out for a steak and a few beers and said, all right, we'll get him in a week or two. This guy responds today with 11 birdies in 17 holes.
Look, he's he's one of those guys that can shoot 59 any day. You think about those victories he had when he won the PGA and just how strong he is. And I don't know what's happened to him, because I think he's one of those stars that if Justin Thomas wins 5 or 6 majors in 3 or 4 years, it wouldn't surprise me. So he's that hot of a player. So to see them do that 78, 62, 16-stroke difference, think about that. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And to do what he did, he's that kind of player. And, if he keeps it going, he posts a 65 or 6 tomorrow. He can sneak in the back door on Sunday.
Yep. The last one I'll ask you about is the guy that you picked who did shoot a 65 today. It would have been the best score on this Friday before JT posted his 62. But Colin Morikawa right back in it, 2 strokes away from the leader. What did you make of his Friday round?
What I expected, I was looking at the stats last night, and he was, top in all the driving accuracy, hitting the greens, and his putter didn't, go as well the first day. But, that's what's happening. He's striking it too well right now. So he's not going to move from it. He'll be there Sunday. And whatever demons it is, whatever frustrating him at Bay Hill, if he can get past that, I think he wins. That's still my pick.
He doubled down on the media today. I mean, he did speak. He didn't speak after his round on Sunday, but he called out a couple of writers and some former golfers and really went after it. I thought it was kind of entertaining. I always enjoy stuff like that. Okay, Rick Shoemaker of Cimarron Golf Club. I know it's going to be a fantastic weekend. They're talking about heavy winds, so that'll be the case over at Cimarron as well.
Oh, yeah, and we've got our share of water, right? We've got 17 holes of water. But it's beautiful out here. People are enjoying it. Greens are rolling great. The party's going on. Music again all night here on the patio, and people are just having a blast. Well,
I love it, and no doubt about it. It's always great when you get an opportunity to play out there at Cimarron Golf Club, located on 210. Rick Shoemaker, our guest. Rick, have a great weekend. I'll catch up with you soon. Thanks.
Absolutely. You too. Thank you, Rick.
There he goes, Rick Shoemaker. Appreciate a few minutes of his time. He did pick Colin Morikawa. I know we got ahead of this break, Dylan. You picked Scheffler in the first round. I picked Morikawa. Truth be known, I wanted Oberg. I thought that he was going to win this tournament. He's not going to make the cut. You picked him in the second round. Then it's Xander, who, if it stays true, how about this? Xander's going to make it now for 59 consecutive cuts. How about that?
That's pretty good. I saw the projected cut line as -2.
Mm-hmm.
Golly. I saw, was it like 1 o'clock? It was even par, and then it was 1 under. Now it's 2 under. That just shows you the scores just keep going lower and lower.
Yeah. We'll have to see if it's going to be 1 or 2 with these final scores coming in. But if it's -2, then Xander Schauffele is going home. If it stays at -1, he is going to be around for the weekend. And officially, I'm looking at it right now. They've just updated it. It is at -1 to make the cut. Lowry I had in the third round, and you had Hideki Matsuyama, who unfortunately is 1 stroke off with an even par after a 74 on Thursday. Matsuyama shot a 70 today. All right, let's get ready for our second hour. Much more on the Players' Championship. Want to get to some Jaguars football a little bit this hour as well. James Gladstone met with the media yesterday. We mentioned a few things that he had to say, but I want to share a little bit more when it comes to the role now of Jarrian Jones. Also about protection for Trevor Lawrence. The latter is going to be arguably the most important aspect of the 2025 Jaguars. So we'll mix in some Jaguars talk as well in our second hour. The best way for you to join us is our text line, 641-1010, brought to you by Lifetime Enclosures. You can also get us on YouTube at 1010XL into the night, and, of course, on Twitter as well. It's Ballou, Ballou, 1010XL.
It's the season of sandals and sundresses.
And the Players' Championship.
Listen for 1010XL Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Leaderboard updates. Channeled by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Magnify.
And Kingfish Pest Control.
Want to bet on sports but no clue where to start? Millions of players are already making moves on Hard Rock Bet. Your friends might be winning. Why not you? Bet with confidence. Bets by real players help guide your picks. Go with the crowd and cash in on the wins. Any pick that catches your eye. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Win your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable in bonus bet up to $100. Not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Did you know your pup could take 30,000 to 60,000 steps a day at Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard? That's a whole lot of tail wagging fun with their best furry friends. At Dogtopia, they turn playtime into exercise, learning, and socialization in their off-leash, open play environment. Dogs build confidence, reduce anxiety, and stay happy and healthy, all while having the time of their lives. Visit Dogtopia of Jacksonville Beach Boulevard today.
Hey everybody, Jennifer Marion with Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville here to say hello, and we'd sure like to have your business.
You know what? They're going to love the king of price.
My dad believes in making great deals and having a great selection in stock.
Cadillac XT4s, XT5s, and XT6s, and Escalades.
The all-electric Cadillac Lyriq.
CT4s and CT5s.
Cadillac luxury and selection is just waiting for you.
At Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
And don't forget, tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Enhance your home with Renewal by Anderson's exclusive 31-day spring event. Experience superior craftsmanship and timeless design with buy one, get one 40% off custom replacement windows and patio doors. Enjoy the ease of zero down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires March 31st. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
The Jacksonville Icemen are back at home this Friday and Saturday evening at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. Join us Friday as the Icemen take on the Orlando Solar Bears for Wizards Night, presented by Florida Department of Health. Come out and wear your house colors. Then on Saturday, the Icemen close out their home set against the Savannah Ghost Pirates. Game time at 7. Tickets available on Ticketmaster or by calling 904-602-PUCK. Icemen hockey is #Frozen Frenzy.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold and silver and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at almost $3,000 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
It's tune-up time, and Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, wants to partner with you for a cool summer season. Tune up your AC unit right now so it's running at peak performance when you need it most. Just call 777-4300 and order a tune-up for just $59. Keep your unit humming at optimal level. Log on to FloridaHomeAC.com and take advantage of their savings. Keep cool with Florida Home AC. That's 777-4300.
Hey, this is Darren with One Call Lawn and Pest Control. Since 2011, we've taken great pride in being Northeast Florida's premier lawn, termite, and pest control company. Our technicians receive thorough training year-round, focusing on exceptional customer service with meticulous attention to detail. One Call serves the greater Jacksonville area, including St. Augustine, Orange Park, and Fernandina. We're eager for the opportunity to earn your business and welcome you to the One Call family. Call or text us for a free quote, 413-8377.
This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Credit Union in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards. And it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durban location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Living on Amelia Island, having fun in Fernandina Beach? No matter what brings you to the fun, cozy town, make sure you check out the tap room at Mocama Beer Company. With a full flight of craft creations, from the Cosmico IPA to the Motor, the perfect Pilsners and lagers, matching memories and some Mocama magic is what it's all about. Mocama Beer Company in Fernandina Beach. near the big water where the sun is born. And look for more Mokama craft at your local Total Wine or ABC Liquors.
Need a fast casual option that's healthy, fresh, and delicious? Choose the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. Gyros, salads, hummus, and more made completely fresh right as you order. Off 210 and St. John's Parkway. The Great Greek Mediterranean Grill.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, great day right here in Duval. That includes over in Ponte Vedra. My goodness, just absolutely spectacular today was the weather. All the rage right now, Justin Thomas, a 78 on Thursday, a course-tying 62 today. And he let it get away on 18, had an opportunity for the 61, but he has put himself in position now to collect a good paycheck, and who knows what's going to happen on moving day. Remember, when Justin Thomas won this event, going back to 2021, he was 7 shots down and posted a 64-68 combo for a Saturday, Sunday. Just went out and won the tournament. Min Woo Lee is at -11. Akshay Bhatia is at -11. Colin Morikawa at 9 under is just staring right at me. Okay, Rory McIlroy at 9 under is just staring at me. And then you look at what JT did moments ago. Even though he's at 4 under, that's 7 strokes back. You have to believe with the lack of experience and with a reported 30-mile-an-hour winds expected for tomorrow, Woo Lee and Bhatia are going to drop some strokes. You would just think so, because Batia's only played 2 rounds before this year ever at the Players' Championship. He did not make the cut in 2024. And we went through Min Woo Lee. This is his 3rd Players' Championship. He actually performed really well in his first ever. Okay? But look at what he did in his first ever Players' Championship. He went 68, 70, 66 on moving day. But then on Sunday, he posted a 76. He ended up getting a great paycheck, $736,000. Ended up being tied for 6th. But again, he let it get away with the pressure on Sunday. Last year in 2024, he had a tied for 54th, was his 2nd ever Players' Championship. We will see. Cooper Kupp has signed with the Seattle Seahawks. It's a 3-year, $45 million deal. Welcome to those listening to us tonight on YouTube. And you can go there at 1010XL. Into the Night. CRS092 says hello, says he got his Tedeschi Trucks tickets for Red Rocks. I'm jealous. That's always right during training camp when that date is there. He also said he's got Britt Floyd in June 5th. Is that here? I know the 2 Floyds come in yearly, Britt Floyd and the other Floyd, Floyd Nation, I think it is. They're can't miss. They're sensational. Let me know if you can. All right, a lot of folks getting in here. I think it's Mike Perrone. If it's Perrone, I apologize. Says, Bullet, did you listen to Bill Simmons this week? He talked about Tony Khan being the one who runs the team. Just wondering what your opinion is about that. First of all, I hate to claim Bill Simmons, even though he's a Bostonian, because I think he's the only human being who ever went through his time in Boston and never took a punch to the face, okay? People like me, that's part of growing up. You take punches, you give punches. Simmons is a little, I don't know how I would describe him, but I think he was one who sat and watched others play hockey and street hockey and dunk hoops and snow football and all that. I just, Simmons was on the sideline.
It seems like you're saying you were a public school kid and he's a private school kid.
I don't think he's ever taken a punch before. And no, Tony Khan doesn't run the team. I'll give you one example where you could make this case. I'm totally convinced that Tony Khan is the reason why Trent Baalke was here for 2.5 weeks. Okay? Why Trent Baalke was not fired the day that Doug Peterson was fired. I believe that. I believe that Baalke fed Shad Khan all sorts of things that he wanted to hear, and Tony Khan had a tremendous amount of respect for Trent Baalke. So I do believe that. But what Bill Simmons is saying, no. And I like Tony Khan. You know, the Coughlin-Caldwell group didn't want him around. This latest group absolutely did want him around because Tony Khan supported Trent Baalke immensely. I don't believe now with Gladstone and with Cohen and Baselli that that's the case. Is there collaboration? Heck yeah. Absolutely. And, you know, that whole analytical department, the Jaguars had a hire today. Let me see. They went out to Los Angeles. Let me find it for you. Jacksonville today hired Jake Temmey, I believe is how you pronounce the name. The Rams senior vice president of football analytics. Seth Walder came out and said Temmey was previously director, data and analytics with Los Angeles. Goes on to talk about him being really good as well when it comes to the NFL draft. So there you go. I'm a little surprised that some of these moves were made prior to the draft. Okay? I thought that we would and may continue to see more of this post-draft. But a move made today by the Jacksonville Jaguars. No, I totally disagree 100% that Tony Khan runs this organization. Tony Khan has a say in the organization. He owns it. You know, he's going to be the owner before you know it. But, you know, I don't think Tony Khan was the guy who said, Jordan Lewis, come to Jacksonville. Johnny Munt, come to Jacksonville. Hunter Long, come to Jacksonville. Diami Brown, come to Jacksonville. No, I don't believe that. I believe that was Gladstone. And in that combined effort with Baselli and Cohen. Let's get to Gladstone yesterday while we're on the Jaguars here for a second. Let's get to number 10 here, Dylan, because this is such an important part of the process. And if you remember when Liam Cohen was introduced here, okay, he said so much more than Duval, right? He said a lot of very intriguing things. He said a lot of stuff that should fire you up as a Jaguars fan. And that especially came in with the offensive line. Remember, he took us through 5 or 6 really important components about how he defined the offensive line. And then James Gladstone did the exact same thing. He did it here a little bit. He also did it out at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis. And to me, is we're starting to understand what Gladstone and Cohen are all about, okay? I love what they have stated about this offensive line. It has been a very poor offensive line. And when it comes to protecting Trevor Lawrence, that has got to be up there as the number one thing that this football team has to do. Yesterday, James Gladstone was asked just that.
I do think that we answered some questions there with our decisions here in pro free agency, addressing both center and guard, as well as the tackle position. And clearly, by signing 3 of those players, and that being the most at any one position over the course of the free agent window, we're setting, the standard for what we're actually looking to do, and that doesn't count offensive line out of the equation in the draft either. But at the same time, that's another position that does have attrition and throughout the course of a season, so we'll never feel like we've got enough.
Love it. I mean, I just love it. It's more than transparency. It's answering a question. It's telling you what's going on. And, I came out of his presser yesterday thinking just because they added Robert Hainsley at center and they added Patrick McCarry at right guard and they added a backup offensive tackle and a guy who can play all over the place, and Chuma Edoga, that's not going to have an effect on the 10 picks they have coming up. Draft some offensive linemen. You just heard him say you can never have too many offensive linemen. You just can't. Anton Harrison had a shoulder as a rookie. He was a little bit beaten up last year during training camp. Walker Little has proven that he just can't stay on the field. Ezra Cleveland's battled some injuries, and that is always the case in the offensive line. I know at 5 it feels like a stretch, maybe you trade back, whatever, okay? But I would have no problem with the 5th pick in the draft if it's the highest-ranked offensive lineman on their board, Will Campbell or whatever it may be. Or if they wait until the 2nd round or one of their 2 picks in the 3rd round. Tell you what is really going to be a lot of fun is, and I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about backups, but the backup offensive lineman. I mean, I'm sure right now that you have Cooper Hodges penciled in. You have Luke Fortner penciled in. You have Javon Foster, who was a 4th-round draft pick in 2024, penciled in. I don't know. My guess right now is that maybe one of those 3 ends up making the team. Maybe 2 of the 3 ends up making the team. You can recoup a lot of cash by saying goodbye to Luke Fortner. And Robert Hainsley's your starting center. Patrick McCarry has also played center. Can they get a center elsewhere? And, you bring back, what is it, $3.5 million? I think is the figure that you would bring back if you said goodbye to Luke Fortner. As I head to this break, let me look him up real quick. Let's see here. Fortner this year has a cap figure of $3,700,000. The dead money is $295,000. If you were to cut Luke Fortner, you could bring back $3,406,000. And let me give you the latest figures with Spot Track. Spot Track right now, their top 51 has Jacksonville at $39,176,000 left in cap space. Their dead cap figure's scary. It's $58,827,000. So if you release Fortner, that would go over $59 million in money you have to eat. Also looks like they've added a contract here. So 7 of the 9 are now in the top 51 as far as the contracts. Yeah, I understand rosters are 53, but the way they do these caps here are 51. Remember, the cap can be over during a certain time throughout your 90-man roster, but then you have to have it down to 53, and you have to have everything under the, $279,200,000 this year. Hunter Long and Diami Brown still have not been done. So they got the Mullins deal in there. Brown, we know, is about $10 million. That's the reports we've seen. He's got a $10 million deal with an opportunity to win 12. Hunter Long, I want to say, is $2.5 million. Could be high as 3, but I think it's 2 and a hook. So you're talking about $12.5 million if, in fact, that is correct. Minus that from the 39, you still have $27 million where you can do some things. It's going to cost about $16 million to sign your rookie class. So you still are in a situation where you could add a free agent. Absolutely, you can add a free agent. We're not even talking about restructuring contracts. Or if possibly this organization decides to re-sign one of their own. The guy that would stand out would be Trayvon Walker, right? I'd let Walker play it. I would. I'd let him play year 4. I wouldn't push the issue at this particular time. That's just my opinion. Let me see the deadline for exercising 5th-year options on first-round picks. It's May 1st. So that is a post-draft decision that this organization can make. And I understand the other side of that. If Trayvon Walker continues to get better, you look at some of these contracts, man. Wow, Myles Garrett and Max Crosby. And I'm not comparing Walker to those two. Let's compare maybe more to a Josh Sweat in Arizona. Still, every day you hold out, it's going to go up. It's not going to go down. And, Chris Godwin gave Tampa a hometown discount. Those are rare. Those are really rare nowadays. But that's the only one that I can see on this team right now that is worthy of a contract extension. I'm not giving Devin Lloyd a contract extension. Are you? Certainly not. All right, let's continue on. We're going to be with you tonight until 8 o'clock, sun setting over the Players' Championship. Travel safe if you're heading home from the course. Today was one of the greatest days that I can ever remember at the Players. And the first one I covered was in 1997 when Steve Elkington won. It was just spectacular today. I mean, no complaints about anything. It's a well-run tournament. And I thought the gallery was incredible today. The gallery seemed like it had a little pep in its step. There's a lot of happy people walking around. And, I bump into folks that I know, folks that I may see once a year, whatever it may be, but it amazes me how fortunate Jaguar fans feel just a few months removed from a 4-win season. And I say that in a respectful way, in a kind way. Again, when Balky was here, it was the Walking Dead. If Balky was still here, you'd have had a couple of 100,000 zombies walking around that golf course today because your Jaguars have been swallowed up by something. That's not the way it is right now. It's like the 4 wins are done. They are forgotten, and it's a new leaf, and it's a new franchise, and it's a new start at the beginning. And I got to tell you, just opening my ears and listening, it's pretty cool for you out there, the Jaguars fan, I should say. At least it is in my opinion. But also, my name is Rick Ballou, and if you don't know, I carry the water for the Jaguars. All right, we're with you tonight till 8. It's great to have you with us.
I had a dream, and my mother spoke to me. She was wearing this flowing white gown, and she said,
This is 1010XL.
AA Automotive helps keep your vehicle in dependable and safe condition. Call Sam, Harry, or Joe, and they'll check your brakes, tires, fluids, electric, and motor, so your ride runs smooth on the road. That's AA Automotive on Richard Street.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy, you look worried.
Worried? I'm apoplectic!
You're apo what now?
I'm freaking out, Jason. Stupid water heater crapped out, so I haven't showered since Thursday. I start smelling a little funky, blow my big corporate job interview tomorrow. I'll end up settling for some dead-end career selling spatulas on the internet.
Dude, stay cool.
There's nothing cool about a cold shower, Jason. I mean, I know how that sounds, but
Bueller Air and Plumbing can get a new water heater installed today. The day you call. You could be smelling fresh again by dinner time.
Wait, you can do that?
Put on these sunglasses.
Whoa.
Is that cooler?
Oh, yeah.
Well, life moves pretty fast. If you spend much more time smelling like this, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Don't miss the Players' Championship, March 11th through 16th at TPC Sawgrass. This can't-miss event features a variety of activities for every fan to enjoy, from delicious bites to the Sawgrass Splash. There are endless fan enhancements that will make for a memorable experience. Plus, watch the top PGA Tour players, including back-to-back champion Scottie Scheffler, take on the iconic stadium course featuring the famous Island Green. Tickets available at theplayers.com. This Day in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On March 14th, 1954, Milwaukee Braves future home run king Hank Aaron homers in his debut exhibition game against the Boston Red Sox.
Do you know someone looking for a fun and rewarding summer job?
Join the YMCA team, gain valuable experience, and make a difference in kids' lives. Turn your passion for this community into a fulfilling career at the First Coast YMCA. Now hiring camp counselors, lifeguards, child care leaders, and membership experience team. Every single person on the dedicated YMCA staff plays a role in making the Y a welcoming and vital resource for our community. Find your career at the Y at fcymca.org.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hey, gang, Prosser here. Are you ready to sell your home? I got an easy game plan. Call Chad and Sandy, the only agents I would call to sell my home. The economy is showing positive signs. It might be time to sell, and your home will get you the price you want with Chad and Sandy. It's easy to find out. Get friendly expert help from the Jacksonville agents who eat, drink, and sleep local real estate. Call agents Chad and Sandy Newman. Maybe you're worried about costly repairs or upgrades needed to sell your home. Guess what? You don't need to. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. There are no long-term contracts, and you can cancel at any time. But it comes down to the Chad and Sandy guarantee. Your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. All problems have disappeared. Pete in Lakeshore says, I was in a pickle. I needed to cash out on a rental property fast. I was struggling to rent. I heard Chad and Sandy on the radio, called. I had an offer for full asking price within days. Join the local success stories by calling Chad and Sandy at 904-414-6200 or going to chadandsandy.com.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors to get the job done right, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit Coastal Equipment for a demo today.
Greater power for the great outdoors. Coastal Equipment.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road and in McClenny.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
When it comes to towing products, your safety is the priority at Cannons of Jacksonville. Cannons has decades of experience to ensure your towing setup is installed with precision and reliability. Visit cannonsofjacks.com, your trusted partner for a smoother tow.
This is Hayes Cartline for Physician Guided Weight Loss. I'll tell you, this program works. I'm losing weight. I've got more energy. So my friend started the program a few weeks ago, and she's already seeing results.
That's right, Hayes. I just had my first month weigh-in, and I'm down 11 pounds. The food noise in my head is gone, and I just feel good. Plus, I have had no side effects.
Now's the time to do something that works. Start with Physician Guided Weight Loss, 257-4344, or visit pgweightloss.com.
Hicken here. Beat the spring cleaning rush and call our cleaning heroes at Zero Res. This month, get one room Zero Resified starting at $53. Take $100 off your air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com and tell them 1010XL sent you.
Zero Res.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Going to wrap up the Players' Championship by seeing Foreigners Sunday night at the St. Aug Amp.
I would climb any mountain.
Kind of need Mother Nature to agree with that, right?
Sail across the storm.
Now Lou Graham won't be there, lead singer, but I saw him a few years ago, and it's a good show. So I'll see you folks out at the golf course, and then those of you who are making it, I'll see you Sunday night at the St. Aug Amp. Okay, let me give you this real quick before we continue on. The very latest, Florida up 27-13 over Missouri. 11 minutes to go in the first half there. The Gators, 3-point shooting. Man, they made 5 of 6 so far. They made all of their free throws. I mean, you just look at their numbers. They're shooting 95% from the field, shooting 83.3% from behind the arc, and they're shooting 100% right now from the free throw line. So there you go. I would say that's pretty good. If you had an opportunity to keep your eye on this game, Dylan.
Yes, I have it on the phone right in front of me. Yeah, Graham and I are doing a pod after hacker show, so I kind of have to pay attention.
Right.
Kind of. I keep missing every shot. Like, I'm paying attention to what you're saying, and I look down, and like I see like a Walter Clayton clapping. I'm like, okay, he just made a 3 or something like that. But I'll follow along.
Clayton with 10 early points, Richard with 8, and Martin's got 3, only 2 points off the bench so far. But that's okay. Gators just cruising early on here, midway through the first half. Gators up 27-13. Of course, around here, what a day it has been as well along the PGA Tour. I still can't get over what I witnessed and what you witnessed as well with Justin Thomas. He now ties Tom Hoge for the best round ever at the Players' Championship. He shot a 62 today. But I watched him a little bit in the range. And, of course, he was part of the late wave. How he responded, and it's not only the 78 that he shot yesterday. He was on pace to shoot an 80. JT during his first round had birdies on 8 and 9, okay, to post a 78. If not, he's looking at an 80. And if you look at the trouble he got in, yesterday was a disaster for him on 17 and 18. He double bogeyed 17, and he had a triple bogey on 18. That was going out for him. He played the backside first on Thursday and completed the front 9 holes while coming in. Today, the exact opposite. I mean, it was just one of the most flawless rounds of golf until 18 that I've ever seen out here. He birdied 1, birdied 2, birdied 5 and 7 along with 9. So he goes out with a 31, 5 birdies and 4 pars. He then pars the 10th hole. 4 consecutive birdies for Justin Thomas on 11, 12, 13, and 14. The par on 15. Okay, then he comes in on the par 5, 16th hole, birdie. He left it, for those who were out at the tournament, or if you had an opportunity to watch it on TV, you saw where the 17th hole, the par 3, where the pin placement was today, lower, right, front pin placement is the best way to describe it. He left it to the right, probably 12 feet away, and it was a breaking putt, a hooking putt, and it went right in the middle of the cup. And when you watched it leave the blade, you felt as though it was going in. His problem was 18. It wasn't that bad of a drive. It just barely nestled in to the rough to the right. Of course, longtime fans of golf with this golf course understand just how difficult it can be with the water there on 18. So he stayed away. And then I'm sure he, along with his caddy, were probably trying to find the right number because he couldn't get there in 2, but just get himself back into the fairway with a number that he felt very comfortable with. Unfortunately, he came out of the rough, just a little bit too much juice, and the ball continued to roll, almost like Adam Scott, the year that he won the Players' Championship. Remember, Scott rolled it into the water and then had to go up and down to settle for a bogey, but it was good enough to win that year's Players' Championship. I'm not going to put this into the same significance because that was a Sunday round, and that was also more towards off the green, right? This was clearly in the fairway. But for JT, it just rolled in. So he had the drop, and, unfortunately, television didn't give us the yardage. I'm guessing it was 80 yards. I'm guessing it was somewhere in that neighborhood. I may be dead wrong. He left it 1.5 feet away from the cup and tapped it in for his bogey, his only blemish, to come in with a 31. So a 62 today for Justin Thomas. Red hot right now, no doubt about it. This leaderboard is really attractive. And I had heard that right before I went on the air, that only 7 of the top 25 golfers in the world were I should say, out of the top 25 golfers in the world, only 7 were actually in the top 25 of this leaderboard, with, at that point, almost the completion of a Friday. And that's rare. They're the best players in the world for a reason. And experience comes in so much at this golf course. I mean, you've heard it forever. I've heard it forever. This is a second shot course. All right? You can tell me about hitting fairways and greens and regulation, whatever it may be. Look at Rory McIlroy yesterday. The guy only hit 4 fairways all day. He was all over the place. But you know what he avoided? Bunkers. He didn't hit 1 bunker on Thursday. And Rory McIlroy, so far, his putter has been his best club. But it's about long iron play, right? And those who are good ball strikers can keep the ball in play. You miss a fairway, even though it feels like the rough is a little bit more significant, a little bit more stressful this year than it's been in years past. It's really, I think, headed for a sensational couple of days. Tomorrow could be one of the most exciting rounds of golf that golf fans have seen here in a number of years. Are you trying to tell me we are going to have 30-mile-per-hour winds? Okay, and you know the way that this golf course is structured, where just look at 16, 17, and 18, for instance, how, different directions, different angles that you're going. I'm not a big apex guy or things along those lines, but it really comes into play. And how you measure wind, I have absolutely no idea. But experience is going to be enormous for these golfers coming up on Saturday and Sunday. And then you look at pin locations. That, to me, is the most fascinating part of all of this. What's their game plan right now? Hopefully they're sitting in a smoke-filled room, and they're like, let's make it hard on these golfers tomorrow. For crying out loud, Justin Thomas just posted a 62. We have 65s here, 66s, 67s. Let's do something a little bit with this Saturday afternoon pin placement. Make it harder on these golfers. I would love to see a round tomorrow where par is a really good score. 20 under won this tournament a year ago. We had a few golfers at 19 under par. Right now, Wu Lee is at minus 11. And Batia is at minus 11. I just can't see how either one of these two are going to figure into it because of the lack of experience, in my particular opinion. Someone said Batia's played a bunch of rounds here as a junior. Okay. Maybe he knows the golf course. We know what they do, as far as their recreational golf and what have you. I mean, for crying out loud, there are folks who live here in town. Billy Horschel lives across the street at the Plantation. It's different when you're playing course conditions, championship course conditions. And I think experience is huge in a situation like this. But that, to me, tomorrow is going to be the most interesting part of moving day. What are these pin locations going to look like on Saturday? And I continue to be kind of rare here. I understand where we are in life, right? You want an NBA game to be 128 to 122. You want a football game to be 38 to 35. You want a baseball game to be 12-9. You want a hockey game to be 8-7. You don't want to see these guys grind. You don't want to see these guys struggle. A 20 under's fine. I mean, let's just make it the John Deere Classic. Well, not for me. My favorite Players' Championship of all time is 1999, when David Duval was the only golfer in the field to shoot in red figures. I love seeing the best players in the world struggle, as long as it's fair. They're complaining about 6. They're complaining about how they changed things at 14. Heck, 16, they added 8 yards. They added, I think, 77 overall yards to the course this year. It's officially up to 7,352 yards. But Saturday is going to be just intense around here, and hopefully the rain stays away. The rains will soften everything up. But if we have winds like that, not only is it going to make it harder and more difficult, especially with your approach, but if the wind is whistling and it's crosswinds and it's coming from different directions, for the most part today, the wind, they said, was from the south. Okay? But if we start to get some crosswinds and some different winds coming from some different angles, it's going to make for a phenomenal Saturday at the Players' Championship. I'll see you out there. Looking forward to it. All right, let's put our final touches on this one. It's going to include a leaderboard update, and we'll give you that. I have unofficially right now as not everyone finished, okay, but it looks like it is going to be the cut line is going to be -1, right? Actually, they've changed things around here on me a little bit. Let me come back and find that out for sure. I'll figure that out as far as the leaderboard. It had been -1 for the last, well, now they don't even have anything up there at all. So maybe I need to go to a different website. This is ESPN.com, not working the way that it has been working. So let me check that out. But I'm under the impression that -1 is going to be the cut line for the weekend. But I'll figure that out on the other side. We'll take you up till 8 o'clock, then Hacker Nation will join you.
Making spring a Jacksonville thing.
What a week!
Get live Southeast Orthopedic Specialist leaderboard updates.
Enhanced by
Dermagnify, medical, surgical, and cosmetic dermatology, San Jose Collision, and Doorbell Farms Produce Delivery.
I've been having knee problems for probably 6 months, and my knee was getting worse, and I had heard about Southeast Orthopedics on the radio, and I gave them a call. They got me right in. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. It was painless, and it's been doing fantastic. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Your hole-in-one for men's health is Ackerman Urology. With offices in Mandarin, Middleburg, Rural Golf Village, and the beaches, Ackerman will get you on par for any prostate conditions and sexual vitality. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
Here's Linda Beaver.
It's a new year with new goals, but let's face it, not all resolutions are easy to keep. Maybe you promised yourself you'd eat healthier, but pizza still seems like a better idea. Or you said you'd read more, but your favorite show just launched a new season. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, we can help you keep your New Year's resolution. We offer the biggest selection, best prices, and the easiest car buying experience. Let's make a resolution to visit Beaver Toyota or Beaver Chevrolet, where we'll wow you with a new ride for the new year.
One thing that separates Beard's Diamonds from those other jewelry stores at the town center, no one's paid on commission.
Nobody at Beard's is on commission. That's more of your corporate stores that pay commission.
Beard's owner, John Lupo, says that means no pressure, no hidden agenda, no extra markups.
And you're getting a better deal. You're not paying the corporate commission. You're not paying the salesperson's commission. If they're paying their salespeople commission, you're starting off in the hole.
And that's why you feel like a number at most jewelry stores, because it's all about making the sale, but not at Beard's.
Because it's a corporate atmosphere and they want to sell you what they want to sell you. We're here to sell you what you want. Our salespeople can do whatever they want to make sure that the customer is happy.
So relax. At Beard's Diamonds, they have all the things you want, like quality education, selection, warranties, and none of the stuff you don't want, like pressure and tacked on commissions.
Nobody's making an extra 5 or 10% on Beard's customers.
Beard's Diamonds, the town center's only locally owned jeweler.
We sell better merchandise, better product for less money, guaranteed.
Get to know positions and players. The 1010XL Ultimate Draft Guide is brought to you by Blue Haven Pools, the #1 pool builder in Jacksonville. Follow rankings and roundtables as the draft takes shape. Go to 1010XL.com/2025 draft guide to get yours.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
Bueller. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Hey, buddy, you look worried.
Worried? I'm apoplectic!
You're what now?
I'm freaking out, Jason. Stupid water heater crapped out, so I haven't showered since Thursday. I start smelling a little funky, blow my big corporate job interview tomorrow. I'll end up settling for some dead-end career selling spatulas on the internet.
Dude, stay cool.
There's nothing cool about a cold shower, Jason. I mean, I know how that sounds, but
Bueller Air and Plumbing can get a new water heater installed today. The day you call. You could be smelling fresh again by dinner time.
wait, you can do that?
Put on these sunglasses. Whoa. Is that cooler?
Oh, yeah.
Well, life moves pretty fast. If you spend much more time smelling like this, you could miss it.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys locksmith service.
Spring is in the air. Time to wake up your lawn with Heroes Lawn Care. Say goodbye to pesky mosquitoes with their organic and spray treatments. Perfect for outdoor fun. Keep your lawn clean and fresh with their pet waste removal for homes and businesses. Heroes Lawn Care takes care of it all. From mowing, edging, fertilizer, to irrigation, and much more. Visit heroeslawncare.com.
Is your backyard ready for the big leagues? Pick it here for Surfside Pools. Serving Northeast Florida since 1977, they have the home field advantage. Family owned and operated, offering weekly pool service, equipment repairs, commercial maintenance, remodels, and new pool construction. Let Surfside Pools make your backyard dreams a reality. Are you ready to float happy? Visit SurfsidePools.net or call 904-246-2666. Surfside Pools and Spas, your hometown MVP.
License number CPC 044080.
Ahead, we build platforms for digital business. We help create your platform for digital business by weaving together advances in cloud infrastructure, intelligent operations, and modern applications. Digital business is comprised of 5 pillars. We call them imperatives because they're a must-have, not a nice-to-have. We enterprise cloud, integrated security, scaled DevOps, intelligent operations, and relentless automation. Need help with digital transformation? Ahead. Learn, grow, achieve.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since 87.
All right, the big news today in the NFL, Cooper Kupp, 3 years, $45 million. He does sign with the Seattle Seahawks. So that is that. I know there's been a little bit of talk around here that, of course, his relationship with James Gladstone, that Kupp would be coming here to play in Jacksonville. That is not the case. He is in Seattle. Another Cooper Flagg, maybe the best player in college basketball, not playing right now as it's Duke up 30-21 over North Carolina. Let me give you the very latest as well on the Florida Gators as they are taking on Missouri this afternoon. Missouri's gone on a little bit of a run here. It is now 33-26, Florida up over Missouri. So Florida up 7 with just over 6 minutes to go. Their shooting numbers are still very good. 11-16 from the field. That's 68.8%. 6 of 9 from behind the three-point arc. That's 66.7. They missed a free throw, so now 5 of 6. But Gators up 33-26. How do they look so far in this game, Dylan?
Shooting red hot, but turnovers are kind of hurting them. That's why Missouri's kind of still in this game. But Florida has control of it so far.
8 turnovers for Florida. 4 turnovers so far for Missouri. So, again, we'll keep you updated on Hacker Nation. We'll do that as his show begins here at 8 o'clock. All right, let's wrap things up before we bring in Hacker by giving you the leaderboard update. It is brought to you by One Call Lawn Pest Control. They work on my lawn, and they do an outstanding job. Call or text at 413-8377. That's One Call Lawn Pest Control. Min Woo Lee, 11 under after a 66 today. Akshay Bhatia, at the age of 23 years of age, a 66 today. They are your clubhouse leaders and overall leaders, as a matter of fact, heading into moving day, a one-stroke lead over J.J. Spawn, who led the tournament. There were 3 golfers yesterday who shot 66s, Spawn among them. Today is 68 for Spawn, just one stroke out. At -9, it gets scary. Colin Morikawa, 65 today, -7. -9 overall, Rory McIlroy, -9. Alex Smalley in at -9. Couple of golfers at 8 under, 46-year-old Lucas Glover. Again, he was one of 3 golfers who posted a 66 on Thursday. A 70 today for Glover. Will Zalatoris has gotten hot. After a 70 on Thursday, a 66 today. So absolutely in striking distance at 8 under. Several golfers still posted great numbers today, including Tommy Fleetwood with a 66. He's now 7 under. Jake Knapp, 69, 68. He is at -7. Let's see here. 4 golfers make that 5 golfers at 6 under, including Sepp Straka and Billy Horschel. At 5 under par, Bo Hostler, Scotty Scheffler. The problem today for Scotty, just couldn't make putts. Everything else seemed to be in sync. He just really struggled putting today. And he played with Rory McIlroy, who had a sensational day putting. But, Scotty Scheffler, 6 strokes out. Now, as we head towards Saturday, absolutely nowhere near out of this tournament, especially if they can have 30-mile-an-hour winds, as they are reporting. Also at 5 under, Ricky Fowler, Patrick Cantlay, Jacksonville's Bud Cauley at -5. The story of the day was Justin Thomas. Had an opportunity to set a course record with a 61, but he bogeyed 18 after finding the water with his second shot. Still a magnificent round. He does join Tom Hoagie, who shot a 62 back in 2023. What's interesting about this is JT shot a 78 yesterday. Tom Hoagie shot a 78 during his first round in 2023. Second rounds, they both responded with 62. Yes, you heard me clearly. Justin Thomas today, a 62. All right, 3 under par includes former Players winner Si-Woo Kim. Tom Hoagie, we just talked about, -3. Jordan Spieth all over the place today. I mean, is there a more exciting guy to watch right now? He's like Phil Mickelson. He finds trouble. He finds way out of trouble. He was forced to shoot a ball today left-handed. He is lefty. Throws lefty, writes lefty. Of course, plays golf right. But today, for one of his 71 shots, he was forced to do it from the left side. He is at 3 under par. Chandler Phillips, one of the great stories yesterday after a 68, one of 27 rookies. Well, not 27 rookies, but 27 golfers playing here for the first time. Chandler Phillips today is 73, but still in red figures at -3. Last week's winner, Russell Henley at -2. Matt Kuchar won a Players Championship years ago, -2. Keegan Bradley, -2. All right, Camilo Villegas now, after the 66 yesterday, a 76 today. So his exemption wraps up after this year. He's made the cut at 2 under. Xander Schauffele's going to make the cut for a 59th consecutive time. Not here, but in general. 59 consecutive cuts for Schauffele. The cut line is at -1, and that is where he does sit. Okay, a couple of guys that are going to go home. Justin Rose at even par. Let's see a couple of other notables. Adam Scott, who's won the Players Championship before, +2. It appears he's going to be headed home.
Matsuyama.
Yeah, Matsuyama with the even par today. He missed it. Max Homa today, a 79 yesterday. Say when he had +6, he's going home. Tony Finau, +8. He's going to be headed home. Gary Woodland, battled back from brain cancer of a year ago, +12. He's headed home. And Victor Hovland, I can't find here, but +4 for Victor Hovland. He responded today after an 80 yesterday, a 68, +4 for Victor Hovland. He will not be around for the weekend here at the Players Championship.
Now, the 2-minute drill. Serviced by Cool Cats Heating and Cooling. Locally owned and operated. We're your neighbors. CoolCatsJacks.com.
The coolest cats in town.
We almost witnessed history here with JT. Justin Thomas had an opportunity to post a 61, got in a little bit of trouble on 18, has to settle for a co-course record of 62. 62.
Yeah, anytime you have to settle for a 62, that's a good day at the office, is it not? And I agree with you. What is the two beautiful days, yesterday and today. Don't necessarily know if that's going to be the case on Sunday from what people were saying. I don't know if you've heard if they're going to move tee times up or what they're planning on doing in that situation.
It was a conversation today, but I haven't heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we got to get a little closer, but the radar doesn't look great Sunday afternoon. Again, I'm not exactly Mike Burrish here, but that's what people were telling me.
Yeah, and, I'm fascinated about tomorrow because no rain for Saturday, but they're talking about 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah.
That will change the entire complexion of this golf course, and I'm fascinated to see, especially on some of these, let's say, stressful holes, including coming in 17 and 18, where the pin placements are going to be with 30-mile-an-hour winds. I know that's a conversation that those folks are having right now, but that's what I'm getting excited about on Saturday.
Yeah, 17 should be fun tomorrow. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And Saturday at the Players, one of the best days of the year here in Northeast Florida.
Yep, no doubt. All right, Gators in some action. They were beaten up on Missouri a little bit earlier. Let's see. The latest look, they're up. They're now up 11, 41-30. With 3:53 to go. So the Gators started out lights out shooting the basketball. Really, the only problem I see is they've been turning the basketball over.
Yeah, I think they hit the first 5 threes. A lot of talk coming into this tournament from a lot of different teams about how important is it? Is rest more important? Because the NCAA tournament obviously is less than a week away. But it's very apparent as the big boys took the court today, Auburn, Tennessee, now Florida, teams want to win this thing. A lot of that talk is nice leading up to it. But when that ball gets tipped off, they want to win. Auburn won, Tennessee won, Florida's up 11. Florida, if they win, would get the winner of Alabama and Kentucky tonight. So the SEC statistically might be the best conference in the history of college basketball this particular season. So I think it's certainly a badge of honor if you can go out there and win the tournament.
All right, Hack, what's coming up tonight?
Yeah, we're going to do a lot on the SEC tournament, a lot on the Players, and certainly not going to detour too far from the Jacksonville Jaguars. This little nugget I really like. This time of year, we're looking for anything different when it comes to mock drafts. So Mason Johnstone of the Draft Network put one out earlier this week. He had the Jaguars trading from number 5 to number 21 in the draft with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh comes up and takes Shedeur Sanders. Jacksonville gets the 21st pick, a 3rd pick this year, and Pittsburgh's 1st and 2nd next year.
What?
And still lands Ted McMillan at number 21.
I'd do that in a heartbeat.
I would do it in a heartbeat, too. If you told me I get McMillan, an additional 3rd, and a 1st and 2nd in 2026. But what I like about it, I'm going to ask Mason about this, mock drafts can be monotonous this time of year. This one's different, which I like. So we're going to have Mason on to talk about it.
All right, sounds good, but absolutely. I mean, I don't know if there's anyone listening right now who would say, don't give me that. You're talking about 3 solid picks on top of a football player that we just trying to figure out if he can run, if he has separation speed.
I think the trepidation you would have is trading back 16 spots, wondering if McMillan would be there. But if you told me beforehand, McMillan, a 3rd, and a 1st and 2nd next year to move back 16 spots, I think absolutely.
All right, Hack, have a great weekend.
Thanks, Rick.
It's going to do it for us. What a pleasure it's been. One of the great weeks of the year with Jaguars free agency and, of course, the Players' Championship. And that only continues tomorrow and Sunday. So I'll see you out there. It's been just a whole heck of a lot of fun, and that's going to continue tomorrow and Sunday. So the next time I talk with you here will be Monday at 6, but I'll see you tomorrow at the Players' Championship. I'll see you Sunday at the Players' Championship, and I'll see you Sunday night at Foreigner at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. That'll do it. Thank you to Dylan Denmark. My name is Rick Ballou. We will talk Monday at 6.